kids! Are you ready for the story that we're gonna tell you? This story is about a cat. Meow! Can you tell me the title of this story? Yes? Can you say that again? Yes! It's Puss in Boots! It's a story about a very clever cat who can talk and also wears a pair of boots. And that's why people call him Puss in Boots. So do you want to hear why Puss in Boots is so clever? Yes? Yes? Alright, let's start!
Once upon a time, there was a miller who had 3 sons. When he died, he left his mill to the eldest son. For his second son, a donkey. And for the youngest, his favorite son, he left his cat. The 2 eldest sons decided to live together, but they would not let their brother live with them because he only had a cat. So the youngest brother was very sad. He did not know what to do to earn a living. He sat thinking and thinking. Puss, his cat, jumped on the table, touched him with the paw, and he said,
"Don't worry, master. Just get me a bag and a pair of boots,"
said Puss. The miller's son had very little money, but he found it so wonderful, and hearing a cat talk, that he could not refuse his request. So he bought a pair of boots for Puss. And he also gave him a bag. Puss in Boots took the bag and went to a rabbit warren nearby. When one of the rabbits went into the bag, Puss pulled the string of the bag, trapping it inside. He then took the rabbits back to his master. And they had it for dinner. The next morning, Puss took his bag and went into the warren and caught another rabbit. But instead of carrying it home, he walked to the king's palace and asked to see the king. When Puss came into the king's presence, he made a low bow, taking the rabbit out of his bag and said,
"This rabbit is from my Lord Caravan."
The king thanked Puss in Boots and ordered his cook to prepare the rabbit for dinner. By the king's side sat his daughter, a very beautiful lady. She ordered one of the attendants to give Puss a cup of cream. which he liked very much. Then Puss went home and told the master all he had done. Now in the country lived a cruel ogre. The terrible ogre used to eat children. So everyone was afraid of him. But nobody could kill him. He was such a giant. One day, the Puss went to see the ogre. He received him politely. The ogre, for he did not like to eat cats. So Puss said,
"Oh, great ogre, you are so clever. I hear that you can turn into any creature."
Yes, so I can.
Then the ogre, who liked to show how clever he was, turned himself into a lion. He roared so loudly, Puss was quite frightened and jumped out of the way. Then he changed back into an ogre again. Puss praised him.
Wow! But your great ogreship, can you turn into a small creature?
Oh, yes,
said the vain ogre. And he changed a little mouse. Immediately Puss jumped at him and ate him. Then Puss ran home. And asked his master to go and bathe in the river. While he was in the water, he took his clothes and hid under a large stone. Now the king's carriage came into sight, just as Puss has expected. Puss started shouting loudly,
Help! Help! My Lord Carabas! Help!
The king put his head out and asked,
what's the matter?
Puss told the king that someone had taken his master's clothes. So the king ordered his attendants to get a suit for his own clothes for Lord Carabas, whom he remembered had sent him the rabbit. The miller's son put on the king's clothes. The miller's son were invited by the king to ride with him. Puss ran ahead and went into the ogre's castle. When the carriage stopped at the ogre's castle, Puss came out and bowing very low,
Your Majesty and the princess are welcome to the castle of the Lord Carabas.
The king was delighted, for it was a very nice castle. They sat down to a great feast, which Puss ordered to be served. The king was so pleased with the miller's son and thought him such a good match for the princess that he gave his daughter to him in marriage. You may be quite sure that the miller's son was very grateful to Puss for his good fortune, and he never had to catch mice for his dinner anymore. Dainty meat and best cream were given to Puss in boots every day. The end.
Wow, what a nice ending to the story of Puss in Boots. So kids, do any of you have cats at home? Yes? But by any chance, does any of your cats wear boots? Well, if one day you have a cat and your cat can talk and also wears boots, please let me know. I would love to meet him. But let's all learn from how clever Puss in Boots was and how he found so many ways to help his master. And now I want all of you to be good little boys and girls and go and help your mommy and daddies, okay? Alright, bye!